To this lesson. So in this lesson, we want to look at validation and measurement of AI agents. So in the last lesson, we looked at learning in agentic system, where we also discussed parametric and non-parametric. Now let's look at how you can validate and measure your AI agent in production. So ensuring reliability, performance, through continuous evaluation and data-driven validation. So importance of measurement. Remember, before you measure, you have to monitor. So you monitor, you collect set alerts and collect metrics. Then you can define rules for your metric, collect the metric, and then you can visualize the metric. So that's called measurement. So reliable deployment decision start with understanding how agent perform in reality. So make sure the measurement of agentic system design ensure reliability. It also ensure that the system is performing to the best uh, level of its design. So measure AI system to ensure they meet goals and work reliably in real world. And also evaluation help team improve performance, detect error, and make you know make your optimization feasible. So define clear objectives. So when you want to measure your agent, define clear objective. System objective can be accuracy, response time, precision and recall, robustness, scalability, and user satisfaction. So agent evaluation can be blue score, can be ROG metric, BET score, embedding score, semantic evaluation, latency, concurrency, and so on and so forth. So integrate evaluation into development. So make sure evaluation is designed, within into the system architecture from beginning, not when you are done deploying. Okay, so make sure it is integrated into your development. So continuous evaluation is very, very important. Evaluation should be continuous, automated, not done at the end. You should not only attach it or integrate it into the system at the end of development. No, it should be developed together with the system. Automated testing. Tests should run whenever models or code change to detect regression early. So what you're testing is not only your agent, also you make sure you test your prompts, and then human review. So human review is important for identifying subtle issues. So build and expand evaluation sets. So you can define this set. Evaluation set 1, input data, conversation history, expected output, and expected action. So these are like components evaluation. Then we have number 2, real evaluation, real production data, edge cases, adversarial testing, model generated example. So can be a form of growth method. So component level testing. So also test your tool. So implement functional testing. Test all the tools one after the other. Verify core functionality of the tool and verify inspiring adding their actions, their responsibility, their names. Component level testing, planning. So action and tool selection. Check if the agent can choose the correct action and tool. Okay, and check if it can, route to a particular tool, map a problem to a tool that is supposed to solve the problem. So accuracy performance metric include tool recall, tool precision, and parameter accuracy. Component level testing, which is memory. Now memory. So to implement testing for memory, storage and implement storage and retrieval, that is ensure correct storage and retrieval information. So make sure correct information is retrieved from correct storage. Okay, and the relevance handling, test relevance, efficiency, and failure handling. Then component testing for learning. So also make sure you verify the system actually improve with retraining and perception, or when you implement supervised fine tuning, or from parametric and non parametric learning. So generalizes to new situation. Okay. So holistic integration, testing full system workflow to measure overall task success. So make sure you implement test system cohesion. That is, check the entire system is working together. Check whether all the agents are working together with the coordinator or the orchestrator agent. Check whether they are working together with all the harnessing, all the security layer, the governance layer, and the database tools and agent-to-agent protocols. Check all that they are all working together. Workflow metric, measure task success, tool usage, and communication quality as well. Consistency testing. So make sure that the agent generates consistent outputs. If it is drifting, then you need to redesign. So ensure response remain logical and consistent across conversation. So context maintenance, maintain context and avoid contradiction in multi-tone interaction. Detecting hallucination. So number one, hallucination occur when AI generates incorrect or fabricated data. So that is there's something wrong with the system, or maybe the prompt is not correct, or maybe the base model was not particularly, fine-tuned very well. So grounding response with trusted data. So this is where RAG database come into play. So make sure you ground the base model with correct data, uh, enterprise generated data, okay, with company specific data. Make sure they are ingested, they are properly chunked and embedded into vector database where the agent can retrieve them to augment information instead of hallucinating and fabricating. Data quality, performing rigorous data quality check, very, very important. If you are fine tuning, make sure or you you ingest accurate data. Make sure the data quality are cleaned, they are tested, and they are passed through all the stages of data transformation we have in data engineering, are made available for the agentic use and chunk properly if they are to be stored in RAG database. Human feedback, utilizing human feedback loops for for testing is also very, very important. So you can use LLM as a judge. You can also use human review to also judge the output of the model. Handling unexpected inputs. This is building resilience against malformed data and adversarial user requests. So malformed data, agents must deal safely with malformed data, okay? So this is why you should design guardrail, policy, and governance, role-based access control, and so on and so forth, least privilege. So ambiguous request, agents must deal safely with ambiguous requests, user requests. System failure, agents must deal safely with system failure. Adversarial testing should include adversarial and edge case inputs as well. Deployment. So establishing quality gate and monitoring plan for a secure production launch. So performance benchmark, stability test, integration test, monitoring, and rollbacks plans are form of deployment. So you can use canary deployment, you can use rolling deployment, which are basically the best for deploying agentic AI system. So key takeaway, continuous measurement, testing, and validation are essential to build reliable, trustworthy AI agents that perform well in real-world environments. So testing is very, very important before deployment. Test the agent, test the tool, test the communication layer, test the API layer, test the integration, test all the function available, unit test, regression testing, A/B testing, all, and end-to-end testing of the entire system, which is known as the holistic testing. Also very, very important so that you will not have problem where you deploy into production. Thank you for listening. See you in our next class. Bye. Please do well to subscribe and like the channel. Thank you.